Hey guys, it's just Tara here. I know I had mentioned to you that I would be doing some live training video broadcasting, and this is the first one of a few this week that I will be doing. I did not put out a message about the live session, so if you happen to come across my YouTube channel at the exact moment that I'm doing this, then great, you're actually with us live. Otherwise, it will be recorded and will be used as a training tool. So I just wanted to give you the really quick update. I have somebody tonight that I'm giving a call to, and of course, before I record anybody, I always ask permission. This person does not know what it is that I'm going to talk about, but I want you to recognize as I'm doing it so that you can start relating it to your own conversations you're having with people. I'm going to be using CAPI. So C-A-P-I. If you've looked at the 4-hour training and the playbook, you're going to know exactly what CAPI stands for. So as a quick review, common ground, number one. The A is affirming or acknowledging what the person is telling you. P is for permission. So if we get to a point in the conversation that I can ask permission to share Isagenix information, I will. So that's where we're headed, and I really look forward to getting any feedback that you have. I have another live call scheduled on Wednesday, as well as another one Thursday or Friday at this point, and I'm hoping for a fourth one as well. So these are people that I personally know. Some of them I've never met before, but others have been, part of our family or friends for a while. And but I'll let you know this person is someone I don't know that well, but she is part of our family, which is wonderful. And I won't say a lot about her, but I just wanted to let you know that, like I said, she doesn't know anything of what I'm going to ask her or anything about how this whole conversation is going to go. So it's great to have people that are open to letting me practice and train anybody who's wanting to watch. So here we go, guys. I'm just going to give her a call. I should have my headset on, but anyway, speakerphone will work.
Hello.
Hi there, Heidi.
Hi.
It's Tara. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Is this still a good time? I know we had said 7:30, but I wasn't sure if this is still a good time for you.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Awesome. Thank you so much for offering to help me out with this training session. You are currently live and recorded. I don't think anyone is live watching us right now. And if by the end of this you're feeling uncomfortable, I can definitely delete whatever I recorded. So you just let me know, okay?
Okay, no worries.
All right. So anyway, I just wanted to make it really obviously comfortable for everyone. And I'd love to know what's new with you guys. I know you had mentioned that you had a flood in your basement, and that must have been horrible.
Yeah.
In your new home. Like,
we got it cleaned up though, so it's good. We're enjoying our new home. It's great.
Oh, good. Because how long have you been there now? Just a few weeks?
Yeah, it'll be, I guess, 3 weeks this weekend.
Oh my goodness. I can so relate to that because I don't know if you guys heard that we had so many water things go wrong in our first few months of our house too.
Yeah, you mentioned that. That's crazy.
So
what happened?
Well, with us,
spring flooding or something?
Yeah, we had honestly like a leaky roof. We had a sump pump malfunction, so it all backed up. We had our dishwasher break down and totally go. So that was like all within 3 days in a row. One was each day. And then we had other water-related issues go too, which was just like, really? What's going on?
Yeah,
so
seriously.
We can so relate to that. But yeah, so now I know you had mentioned that you had an interview the other day. I'm sorry to hear that it didn't go, as planned, because obviously every time we interview, we want to hopefully move to a different position. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you felt good.
Went really well. I felt really good about it.
Great.
After I walked away, and the lady who interviewed me, she was the branch manager. She called me the next day, and she was really encouraging about it. Said, I love everything about the way you presented yourself and what you brought to the table, the way you answered your questions. So it was really encouraging to hear that. The only reason that I wasn't a successful candidate was more because I didn't have the years of experience under my belt.
Aww.
So it was it was encouraging to hear that everything else was good.
Oh, for sure. You must have felt good. And you know what? It's so nice to hear back after an interview, whether you got it or not. To hear some feedback is huge, right?
Yeah, totally. I don't think I've ever had that before, where a manager actually called me and told me that. Usually it's just an email, like, sorry, you're not the successful candidate.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think it's definitely a road to more things to come. And are you working full-time right now?
Yes.
You are?
Well, sort of, yeah. It's about 27 hours a week.
Okay, and that's during the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how does that work? Are you working different hours from Tim, or are you finding that you guys are kind of working at different times?
No, right now we're both kind of working the same, just Monday to Friday. I work like more 9 to 5. He's about 8 till 3.
Oh, that's nice. So he's making dinner for you then?
We still get our weekends and our evenings together, which is nice.
That's great. And is he good at making dinner for you?
He is.
Oh, nice. See, that's the thing. Oh, very good. If he gets home before you, that's only the deal, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, not always.
Yeah. So can I just ask, and you know, if this is too personal, I certainly don't think that I'm prying or anything, but where do you see yourself? I know you guys have just relocated, and you know, Tim's doing his thing full time, and you are working as well. Do you see yourself staying in the banking system? Like, are you happy there? Do you see some changes coming along, or do you feel like you've got some choices to make?
No, I'm happy. I definitely see myself eventually moving up in the bank and, I don't know, hopefully getting more full-time permanent position.
Awesome.
But I'm really liking it.
Oh, awesome. That's great. You know what? That's half of it for sure, is that we want to like what we're doing, and we want to love who we're working with, right? And
yeah,
feeling that we're making a difference. So now, what is it about the bank that you love so much?
Just working with people, doing, like, I don't know, I just like computers and numbers and all that stuff. So doing day-to-day transactions that are really simple, whatever, but I don't know, I just enjoy doing it.
That's awesome. That's great. Very cool. Now, I don't know if you would be open, and I know that Tim, actually, a while back, we were talking with Tim about what Isagenix has done for us. Would you be open at all to taking a look just at a really quick video and giving me some feedback about it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you have time right now, if I were to hang up with you after I give you a website, to just take a look at it? It would take you 5 minutes, and then I call you back?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have a pen or your computer in front of you, and I'll just direct you to the website?
Sure. I'm just going to my computer. Hanging up on a fire. It's cold.
Oh, it is. It's actually supposed to be -30 here. I don't know about where you are, but it's ridiculous. This winter has gotten too long.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Too long. Yeah, they said -30 here tonight, too.
Oh, it's nasty.
All right, I've got my computer.
Excellent. So if you could, just in your address bar there, type in www.isa, so ISA movie, MOVIE.com.
Okay.
And when you get to that site, just let me know so I see what you're seeing.
Okay. I see a mostly black screen with a play button.
Okay, great. So do you see near the bottom there's something that says weight loss, energy and performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation?
Yes.
Under the wealth creation tab, if you just click there, you're going to see a couple of, actually 7 different videos.
Yep.
And the one that I'd actually really love for you to watch, because this would be completely in your age category, which I love about Isagenix, is that it is for everybody, no matter what stage or age of their life they're in, whether they're working full-time and loving their job, or whether they're looking for choice. So the video I'd love for you to watch right now is the one that says Start Your Life. Would you be open to watching that one?
Yep, sure.
So 3 minutes and 14 seconds. And if you need to do anything else, that's fine. But what I'll do is I'll call you in about 5 minutes, which would give you time to get through that video, and then I'll just call you back to see if I can get a little bit of feedback.
Okay, sure.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, and I'll call you soon.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So for anyone that's watching right now, as you can see, you know, every conversation is going to be a little bit different. And there I just came out with it and asked. She's loving her job, and that's amazing. I love that. Sometimes you're going to talk to people that aren't very happy with their job and they're not looking to stay where they're at. So, you know, this is something that is for everybody. Like I said, it's something that people within, you know, their late teens, early 20s, up through 80s, 90s, you know, this is something for everybody. But knowing the person that you're talking to is the most important thing. You need to know what video might be impressive to them, what video might actually spark something in them to dream a little bigger. I'm not saying that she's not dreaming, because I think that they're just starting out. They're a newly married couple. You know, things are going well. They've relocated for a job, and you know, they're very happy with where they are, and they've got their own house together. It's great. You know, they're just at the beginning of their lives together, and that's such an exciting time. And not in one place of this would I ever be saying, you know, what you're doing isn't good, because it is. I'm very proud of them. I think they're amazing people. And why would I want to share this with them? You know, it might not be for them. But the thing is, I'm planting a seed right now. It's something that they may see now or in the future. They may, you know, be all excited about it, and that's fine. Either way, I'm going to be there to support them. And that's what I think all of us need to remember, is that if somebody comes back to us and says, you know what, that was a cool video, I really enjoyed it, but it's not for me. That's great, no problem. I am going to follow through with that, and I will probably try to set a time that I can maybe reconnect with them over it, because the last thing that any of us want to do is bother anyone. And chances are, I mean, this is the first time that she has physically looked at information from me. I know we've talked about it with her husband before many times years ago, but this is the first time she has ever taken a look. And this is one of those situations where, you know, keep in mind, it takes people often, you know, several looks before they'll ever even be interested in taking a closer look. So am I going to be upset when she, you know, comes back and says, yeah, that was a great video and I'm not interested, if that's what she says? No, that's not going to bother me at all. I'm not attached to the outcome. Would I see her and her husband as amazing people in this business? Absolutely, because they both have such a desire to help people. I know that. They're both very warm. They're full of heart. They're amazing people. So those are the types of people I'm looking to link arms with. And, you know, when you think about it, you need to ask yourself those questions. Who do you want to invite into this to take a look? That's really the first thing. I'm just inviting them to take a look, and they've taken that as a, yeah, sure, I'll take a look. And that's all that I ask. So if you're thinking anything more than that, to just have, you know, a specific, well, if the person doesn't come back and say yes right away, then I don't know if I should call them back. You know, a lot of us are afraid of that. So what I want to say to you is, this is the first contact, right? If this was a follow-up call, then I would definitely be doing it slightly different. And I will be giving examples of that as well in some live training calls. But, you know, I just want everyone to know that it's not, don't be attached to the outcome. You're here to help people. You're not here to push people or convince people or pull them into your business, because that's not what this is. So as we know, she's going to be watching the Start Your Life video. I'm not going to play it right now, obviously, but you know which one I mean. And that's an awesome video for the age that she's in. She's between 18 and 35, and I know if I was watching that video for the first time, I might be a little hesitant. I might think, okay, it looks like a lot of really healthy people that are paid to act. That would have been my take, because I probably would have been skeptical at that age. But you know what? We're going to see what comes of this and see what she has to say. You'll notice that the first question I'm going to ask her, number one, is did you manage to watch the entire thing? Because maybe, you know, in some cases, some people don't have internet that's working properly or whatever. I know I get kicked off every once in a while because I live in the country now. But so that will be the first question I'll ask. The second question I'll ask is, what did you like best? So I'm actually going to be thinking about bringing the positive out of it, right? So if someone's so against and they don't want anything to do with what I've shown them, by asking a question, what do you like best, will bring a positive response. So it might be, oh, it looks like everyone has so much fun, or this looks like a fun business, something like that, right? But as far as some people make the mistake and say, so did you like it? And you're going to get a yes or a no. So really think about that questioning that you're going to go through. And of course, after that, I'm going to ask the simple questions of, do you have any questions at all? Does any of it interest you? Things that are going to bring me some more information about what she thinks of it. So without pressure. And, that's really where we need to remember, is that we're not here to get people. We're not in the getting business. We're just in the business of helping people achieve their dreams. And if this happens to be a vehicle that they see a fit for them, then that's awesome. We're there to support them through it. All right, so I'm going to give her a call back. Let me just see if I can go back to our sharing my screen thing here. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to call her back now.
Hello?
Hi, Heidi. It's Tara.
Hello?
Hello. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did, yes.
You did. Did I give you enough time?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Now, can I ask you one question? What did you like best about the video?
I don't know. I mean, at face value, it sounds really great. Everyone's like, oh, you're so much freedom. You make lots of money and you run your own life, basically.
Okay, awesome. And what are your thoughts about that? Is that something that's comfortable or uncomfortable for you to even just see that? Because it's new for some people, right? To say, oh, is that reality?
It's uncomfortable for me.
Is it? Okay, and can I ask what makes you uncomfortable?
I think what it would take to, get to that place.
Okay.
I don't know, as far as, I don't know all the details or whatever, but from the 3 minutes that I saw and what little I know about running the business, is it would require a lot of, commitment to building a network and just, marketing and stuff, which doesn't really appeal to me.
Okay, I love your honesty, and thank you so much for that. If I could show you a way or tell you a way that this is actually not what you think it is, probably. A lot of people do think it's high-pressure sales or something like that, and that's how I've been successful. But if I could tell you that it's more about a people business, helping people, and not about selling products, would that interest you? Maybe. Do you have, and this is all, like I said, I know this is very uncomfortable for you, so if you're feeling too uncomfortable, that's totally fine, like I said. But if you knew, okay, let me just say, for example, have you ever loved a movie or a restaurant so much that you told your friend or family member about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever earned any sort of a rebate by sending your friend or family member to that restaurant or movie? As a thank you. Maybe the store owner or the restaurant owner says, thank you so much, Heidi, for sending your friends. Here's a gift certificate for your next meal.
I can't remember a specific situation. I'm sure something like that maybe has happened.
Okay. But it's not very common, probably, right? You send someone to a place that you love, but the owner may not even know that you told them. They just show up and they buy their stuff and,
Yeah.
Okay. So really, the thing about this business that's really cool for me, and at first I was exactly like you. I completely know what you're saying because I felt the same way, and I'm certainly not here to convince you of anything. What I love about this business is I've been able to educate people in, going from a school teacher, right, because that's what I did before, and helping children, to now being able to empower parents and families to create their own freedom. And that doesn't mean trading, a job, hanging the job on the wall and saying I'm no longer working, I'm doing my own business. That's not what it was for me either. I was working still when this came into my life. And when this came into my life, I was not interested in the business. But what I found was, once I started trying the products, I couldn't believe how amazing that we felt. I couldn't help but share it with people. And I didn't have an attachment to a business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know that video, and you know what? I probably sent you the video that would be really uncomfortable for me to watch when I was at the place that you're at, just looking at it for the first time, because I'd be like, that looks like a bunch of actors and actresses, and that seems a little raw and a little out there. And I completely can relate to that, because I thought the same thing. But what's really cool about it is I'd just love to ask you a question. You said you work about 27 hours a week?
Yeah.
Okay. And you'd like more than that, right?
I would, yeah.
Yeah. So how much time do you think that I took? And I don't even know if you really know my entire story. I'd be happy to share that with you. But
yeah, I'd love to hear it.
Do you mind if I just share that with you?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll do it really briefly. I mean, before I knew you, actually, so in 2009, I was with baby, right? I had Jack. He was only 6 months, and Hannah was 2. And I was extremely tired, but I was supply teaching, and I didn't have employment insurance because I didn't build up enough hours in my bank to actually have time off paid. So I was still working and trying to get in there in the days that Cam was off. So literally trying to just basically do what I could. And when Isagenix came along, it was more for my energy. My energy was really low, and I felt so down about being having another child and feeling like a bit of a zombie during the day. And thinking, how the heck am I going to work the days that Cam is off? It's just so hard. So a friend of mine cared enough about me, and she shared Isagenix. But because I was nursing my baby, I couldn't do a full system of what she told me was possible. And so I looked at it through my doctor's eyes. I took it to him, and I took it to a naturopath, and I asked them if it was safe for my baby. And they said absolutely. So what I did was I replaced my breakfast with a shake every day. And not realizing what it would do for me, but within 4 days, my energy was so, so amazing that Cam started to notice. And he was a very big skeptic. I mean, for 18 months of my business, when I did finally take it into the business way, he was so against the whole concept, which I respected, but I also knew that I wasn't going to let it stop me by his feelings. I just was going to be an example of what was possible. So within 6 weeks, I did lose all my baby weight, which was awesome. I wasn't planning on losing weight. But because of that transformation for me in 6 weeks and the way I felt, people were asking me, what are you doing? What are you doing? And, even without the weight loss, people started noticing my face, like my skin, my hair, all kinds of different changes that I wasn't noticing, but other people were. So then I started just saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I just changed my breakfast to this shake, and I don't really know much about it, but I can get some information for you if you want. And within a very short time, I was eating for free. Like our Isagenix products were coming to our house for free every month because we continued to eat them. And Cam was very on board with eating the products. He liked how he felt, but like I said, for 18 months he was against the business because he saw me as a teacher and he wanted me to be a teacher. And but before I knew it, within 3 years I was able to replace and exceed my teaching salary, and the rest was history. I mean, I realized how many people I was helping from the comforts of my home. So 1,000 days for me, and I certainly wasn't someone who rocked this business. Some people have, friends of ours that have been in the business but have had a lot of personal growth and development through their years of policing and other career choices, were able to reach a 6-figure income well before I ever did. But I never compared myself to them. I never thought, oh, I'm failing because I'm not doing it as fast as them. I was on my own pace. I had kids. And I wanted to take time with my babies. So if I could ask you a question, how much time do you think I invested every day to build a 6-figure income in 3 years? Because that's kind of a crazy, people go, what? Like, how do you earn $100,000 in your 3rd year
Yeah.
You must have been working your butt off, right?
Yeah.
Did you have a guess of how many hours you'd think I'd work a day? Or even a week? Like how many hours a week that would be worth?
I know it's probably really low. I don't know, like 30.
Okay, you know what, that's a great guess. Majority of people would say like 30 or 40 or even 60 because they think, well, I don't make six figures and I would probably have to work 2 jobs to make that or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So in our mindset, it's you, the more you work, the more you get paid.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this is that, yeah, definitely you have to work smart. And I just linked arms with people who knew what they were doing, and I got the training I deserved. But I had no boss, and that's what I loved. I realize now I'm not psychologically I'm psychologically unemployable, if you can imagine. I can't imagine taking, information to my boss and saying, I need time off for my kids. I need, I'm going on vacation. I need this week off. So I realize now what a gift it was. But not to say I didn't like my career, because I loved it. I loved teaching. But I worked about 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for the first year and a half. And within my second year, I ramped it up a little bit, probably doing maybe 3 hours a day. And literally, like, Cam would come home from work and watch TV, and I was not much of a TV person, so my TV time was actually business time. And now I'm, some days I have to say, because I've got a toddler at home still, and Hannah and Jack aren't at school every day, I'm working some days, honestly, as little as 15 minutes when I can get a chunk of time, and then other times I am working 4 to 6 hours because I have, a team of people now that I'm really helping and supporting them. So anyway, I really wanted to at least plant the seed for you, because I see such potential for you and for Tim, because I know that you both are such wonderful people, and this is not a sales thing whatsoever. Some people say, how could you make money like that on shakes? And I'm like, but I don't sell shakes. Like, the one cool thing is I don't have inventory. I don't ship things. I don't collect money. Isagenix does all that stuff, and I just represent Isagenix. So basically, I'm like an advertiser.
You're an advocate.
Yeah, that's it, right? When you like something so much, that's when you start just freely, openly talking about it with people without being threatening or pushy or anything like that, right? So
when you say you work, what type of work do you do?
In those 2 hours, like at the beginning, in those 2 hours, a lot of the beginning stuff was, and it's funny to say this, but ignorance on fire. I was so excited with my energy that when people would ask me questions, or, I might connect with a friend after a while that I hadn't talked to, or seeing friends or family, running into people in the grocery store, whatever, those were considered my hours of work, because connecting with people was part of it, right? Like, to see people at get-togethers or whatever, a lot of times it just came up. You look different. What are you doing, right? People start to notice things. And you certainly aren't someone who needs to lose weight. This is not a weight loss program. This is just a lifestyle, right? But the cool thing is that in those few hours, if I'm really, like, if I'm actually at home, when I say that the kids are in bed and Cam's working, or either working or at the TV, I'm learning. So through, like, training calls, conferences, that kind of thing. But I'm also connecting with people, giving people information that ask for it. A lot has been done on Facebook, to be honest. Just the odd little thing. I'm just learning tons. But really, getting involved in some training groups, because when I realized I wanted to do the business after I felt so good after about 6 weeks, I said, okay, tell me more. I don't know anything about this stuff. I don't want to be a nutritionist or a doctor, and you don't have to be, because some people think, well, if I'm representing a product, I better know what I'm talking about. And it's so far from the truth. You really actually just want to be a traffic director and say, I just told you about the IsaMovie link. Another great link would be isaproduct.com. And IsaProduct is a link that has all our products listed with all the ingredients and all the information about why someone might want that product. There's even videos and things like that in there about just each product. So I don't need to be the one that knows it all, and I get to, really direct people depending on their goals and their needs. But what gets me so excited about this business, to be honest, is not, I mean, the products sell themselves. I certainly, like I said, I don't feel like I sell a thing. When people get them in their body, and there is a 100% money-back guarantee within 30 days for anything that people try for the first time, which I love. I can stand behind that. But this company has allowed me and every single person that I've helped dream again. You know, it's almost like when we come out of school, I remember this myself. I came out of school, I had a job in business. I didn't like it after a while. Like, I got really bored. Went back to school, decided to be a teacher, and even within the teaching profession, it was such a hard go. I couldn't get a full-time job. I was having, like, to hear that you got a call back for your interview is awesome, because I wasn't even getting called for, you know, to hear that I didn't get it. It was just, sorry, there's 500 people that applied, and you got an interview, but we're not going to call you back. So that got defeating, and I started realizing, you know what, I need to start taking a bit of control and get my life back and be happy for what I'm doing, right? Even though teaching made me happy when I was there, but if I could be there more often, I would have been, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's definitely a really big variety of stuff, but it's more. And when people say to me, "Oh, I could sell ice to an Eskimo," I'm like, then I really don't want you in my team. I don't want to have someone who's a big salesperson pushy, right? I want people that are real, people that speak from the heart, and people that care about others. That's really all it comes down to, is caring about others' success and helping them. So do you have any questions at all? I know that's a lot of information.
I kind of, but I don't know.
Do you want me to send you more information? Like, would it be helpful for you to just see a little bit more? I know you can't really get a full feeling on a call like this.
Yeah.
Would you like me to send you an email with just a few other links that you might want to take a look at over the next few days?
Yeah, sure. I'd be interested in, like, looking into it.
Okay. And if Tim's with you, I mean, he obviously can talk to Cam too, because it's funny, Cam actually was the one who said, you've got to call those guys. And I'm like, I know, maybe they'll be able to get to an event near their area. But then he said, well, then call them anyway. So I thought, you know what, I'll try and see if you're open to this training session. And, you know, like I said, if you're still comfortable with it, I will keep it on as a recording, but I'm totally open if you say no.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine, okay. I certainly won't put your last name on there, but I wanted just, you know, for people to be able to hear a real live call and how it goes. Because a lot of people that are in the business do think it's a high-pressure sales thing, and they don't want to have any part of that, right?
Right.
I'm not here to say, okay, Heidi, are you starting tonight? No. If you were ready, then you would tell me, but it's not one of those things. It really isn't. I would rather you get a lot of information so that you can make an educated decision without ever feeling like, oh, I got suckered into something, right?
Yeah.
Because nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So what I'll do then, I'll send you an email. Actually, I don't even know if I have your email. So what I'll do is I'll get you to send me that through Facebook. Yeah, if that's okay, so you're not saying it out loud. And I'll send you a couple other great links that might be really helpful for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, would it be okay for me to reconnect with you tomorrow? Do you have any time available tomorrow or even the next day?
Yeah, I only have till like 3:30 tomorrow, so I'm free after that.
Okay, so why don't I try to reconnect with you then? You work till 3:30?
Yeah, so I'll be home probably around like 4:30.
Okay. Would 7 or 7:30 be a good time again?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll call you again once I get the kids to bed, so it'll be closer to 7:30.
Okay.
Okay. And if you can't make it that time, I'll actually email you again just before, just to confirm that that time's still okay.
Okay.
All right. Sure. Okay. Thank you so much for your participation tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Take care. Say hi to Tim.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay.
Thanks,
bye.
Sarah.
All right, guys. So there it is. You know, this is how simple it can be. I certainly am not perfect. Nobody is. But we need to just remember that it's a people business. It's all about relationships. And the more information that we can get from a person, like we can tell that she's interested. She's got some questions about it. She wants to see more information, and that's awesome. Am I feeling, you know, upset about anything? Absolutely not. Am I feeling excited? Yes, I am, but I'm always going to stay consistent. I don't want to have those high highs and those low lows, because that is what can derail us in this business. It really can be difficult if we allow the highs and the lows to, get us. Okay? So anyway, guys, thank you for being part of this first session for a training call, and I'm going to be doing another live one tomorrow, and we'll post it as well. All right. Thank you, everybody.